fun fact.
Fun fact.
Fun fact. If the sun is the size of a white blood cell,
Okay.
the Milky Way galaxy would be the size of the United States.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Poly Vlog. I'm Mick.
And I'm Stephanie.
And today we're talking couple privilege. So the definition we're going to be working with of couple privilege is the societal or artificial privileges of time and energy given to one relationship over any additional relationship that an individual may be involved with. Now, certain relationships are going to be given privileges over others. I think it's an unfair but very natural thing for relationships to take certain priorities over others in different ways. Every couple is going to have certain needs that they're going to need to meet that just fit better with one particular aspect of their life with one individual over another. It's very difficult to split your sex life evenly because everybody has a different sex drive.
Right. It's
very difficult to split your schedule evenly because everybody has different work schedules and different needs.
And there's only 7 days in a week.
But what we're more referring to when we talk about certain couple privileges are ones established artificially inside of a couple, giving them priority in their relationship over any additional relationship they may be in. There is societal or legal, and those may be certain aspects like marriage. And the last one being financial or cohabitational, things that happen amongst adults that you just end up paired to somebody.
One of the ones that always gets me is RSVPing to a party or to a wedding. 2 weddings coming up later on this year, and I can only take one person.
Never plus 2. No, but that one falls. What would you say? That's a societal.
Yeah, that would be societal.
Another one that I see as coming as a primary issue is probably veto power. We talked about this in the last episode. Veto power meaning that you get one person or the primary relationship has power to end the other relationships that they may be involved in. Putting an inherent stop to relationships that they may not be involved in because their relationship takes priority.
That would be an artificial.
That's an artificial, absolutely.
It's an artificial privilege.
Power of attorney. When deciding end-of-life issues, if somebody were to become incapacitated, you can often get shut out of end-of-life decisions for your lover or your, and you guys could have spent an entire life together. Another thing that I have seen that couples can do as a privilege that they have, that can be able to dictate their fidelity of their maybe common partner in a triad or just other relationships, where they attempt to restrict the autonomy.
That would be like me coming to you and saying, I expect you to be fidelitous, period, to me.
Right.
That would be me trying to limit your...
You would be infringing upon my autonomy because it's what's best for your relationship with your husband, somehow.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, that one would fall under an artificial. Another one, and this one kind of affects me sometimes, is, well, I'll call it side piece stigma. I don't have a traditional relationship with Steph. We'll never have what looks to be like a normal standard relationship on what's commonly known as the relationship escalator, where things just progressively change the way that you'd see in a normal monogamous relationship. What that means is that through the lens of people who are not participating in our relationship is inferior to that of a monogamous relationship, or our relationship is inferior to your marriage. There comes a very bad stigma that our relationship isn't her real relationship, that this is just a fling, and that it doesn't get the justification that it otherwise should.
That one kind of pisses me off too.
Well, we talked about marriage being a societal and legal couple privilege. As it stands right now, that one is a societal legal, and I don't think there's anything that is going to be done about that.
No.
The one that also gets me is emergency contact information. There's not 2 lines to list 2 people of equal relationship value in your life as your emergency contact when you start filling out forms at the doctor's office.
No, there's not.
Another one would come up would be inheritance. I don't get to inherit anything from you, and barring a will, there's nothing I can do about that. Things like getting help around the house or getting help with repairs on your house.
That's cohabitational.
That is cohabitational. Now, that falls under a responsibility. These things are about sharing income or being able to contribute to retirement accounts, things like that. These things fall under the financial cohabitational category. There's another good example. She just bought a new car, and the situation exists as it stands is that they're financially bound together. I'm not a part of that. And so when they went car shopping, I didn't go because my input, while very valuable, is not necessarily needed. I don't have to be responsible for that car debt. So when it comes time to finding a car that they can afford, I don't have a dog in that race. So I don't have to worry about that kind of thing. But I don't get to pick the car. But it comes with the fact that these two are linked financially, and I'm not.
What about holidays and birthdays?
This one could fall into two different categories, depending on whether or not you participate in a societal activity or a very personal activity. Holidays and birthdays, in a perfect world, we'd be able to share them with all of our significant others.
All at the same time.
So involving things like holidays, it's a societal thing to expect seats for two at a Valentine's Day date.
Yes.
You can elect to spend your birthday with your more significant partner than your secondary partners or things like that, and they get privilege. Now, falls under a violation of your autonomy if for your birthday I insist you spend it with me, because you need to decide who they get spent with. Right. In the forms of closeted poly, I wouldn't get to attend a vacation on the holidays with you and CB and your children. I don't fit into the illusion.
You're absolutely right.
Well, so a lot of times, being a closeted poly person where you're not out publicly, you are giving a form of artificial privilege to the traditional looking spouse or partner.
And normal.
That kind of breaks down whether or not it's cohabitational and incidental, or if it's artificial and just totally unnecessary, or if it's a societal thing where it's a legal aspect or it's just unnormal to be in multiple relationships. Favoritism is definitely shown. I don't think you're ever going to get away from it completely based on the type of dynamic that you have with individuals involved. The artificial things often are hiding people from their own insecurities and fears, or are designed to infringe upon the autonomy of an existing relationship. Some of them are just unavoidable in today's society because you can only marry one person and you can only bring one person along. So yeah, I think that pretty much covers it.
Yeah. If you guys have any thoughts on couple privilege, please drop them in the comments below. We would love to hear your thoughts and opinions, and if there was anything that we missed or something you have a concern about.
Yeah, actually,
we'd like to address it.
Absolutely. So if this was your first time viewing the Poly Vlog, please click the subscribe button and give us a thumbs up for the video. We post here every week in our continual effort to improve the practice of polyamory and promote healthy and conscious loving choices.
Check the description box below for links to our website, Twitter, and Facebook, and then head on over to Facebook and follow us there. Until next time, love abundantly.